Good afternoon and welcome to Pittsburgh City Council's Cablecast public hearing on Wednesday, June 12, 2024, relative to Bill 2330. Would the clerk please read the title of the bill?
Bill 2023-2330, Ordinance Amending the Pittsburgh Code, Title 9, Zoning, Article 902.03, Zoning Map, by changing from UCE, Urban Center Employment, to RMU, Residential Mixed Use, certain properties located on McKee Place in the 4th Ward of the City of Pittsburgh, known in the Allegheny County Office of Deed Registry as block and lot numbers 28F314, 28F310, 28F308, 28F306, 28F304, and 28F302.
Thank you. For the record, we are joined by Councilwoman Strasburger and Councilman Charlin, who is online with us, and I believe this is actually in his district. Our first order of business will be an introduction by the Department of City Planning, followed by testimony from registered speakers. If you would just introduce yourself, title for the record, and share whatever you would like to share.
Yeah. Good afternoon, Honorable President, and members. My name is Joe Fraker. I'll be presenting this for the Department of City Planning. In front of you today for Council's legislative consideration is legislation amending the zoning map for 6 parcels in the Oakland neighborhood of Pittsburgh. The legislation was introduced at City Council to change the zoning map from UCE, Urban Center Employment, to Residential Mixed Use, RMU. City Council referred this legislation to the City Planning Commission for a report and recommendation. And the Planning Commission, at its meeting on March 19th, 2024 and April 2nd, 2024, made a positive recommendation back to City Council on the proposed zoning map amendment. Physical notice posters for this council hearing were posted on May 11th, 2024, and posted mailings were sent to property owners of nearby parcels on May 3rd, 2024. Thank you very much for your time. That's it.
Thank you very much. For the record, we also have Councilman Warwick with us. With that, we'll now move on to our registered speakers, our first speaker being Cale Emmerich.
Oh, is this okay?
Yes.
Okay.
Give us your name, area of residence for the record, and then your time will begin.
My name is Katie Emmert. I live on 247 Halkett Place. Today I'm delivering testimony on behalf of Oakland Planning Development Corporation, which is the community organization that reigns in Oakland. So I'm just going to read it aloud. Hello, my name is Katie Emmert, and I'm a rising senior at Pitt and an intern with Oakland Planning and Development Corporation. I live in Halkett Place, adjacent to the area council proposes to rezone. I'm delivering testimony today on behalf of Oakland Planning Development Corporation. The proposed rezoning of these 6 parcels on McKee from UCE to RMU is consistent with existing uses and will support the development of dense multifamily housing in central Oakland where it's most needed. We have had conversations with local stakeholders and have heard no complaints about the loss of these parcels to future commercial development opportunities in the UCE district. To be clear, Oakland Planning Development Corporation is not opposing the proposed rezoning. However, we want to emphasize that zoning is best when it is undertaken not at the request of a single property owner, but in collaborative conversation with the communities most directly affected by any zoning changes. Currently, it is legal for a private developer to seek City Council's assistance to propose a map amendment without involving City Council, but it's not a good way to build public trust, and it usually does not lead to the best possible outcome. Oakland Planning Development Corporation is working with City Planning, Councilperson Charland, and Oakland stakeholders to develop a proposal for a broader examination of the zoning for this stretch of Central Oakland. This examination will involve a participatory, iterative public planning process that will consider existing uses, parcel configurations, market forces, and the priorities outlined in the Oakland Plan. We look forward to involving our neighbors in a frank discussion about the future of residential and mixed-use development in Central Oakland. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I believe Georgia was going to try to attend, but I do not see her online unless she's one of the attendees.
Hey, Bill, is Georgia? Okay.
No? Okay. Ms. Petropolis, I see you have joined us. Feel free to go.
Good afternoon.
We can hear you.
Can everyone hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. And thank you, President Lavelle and Councilman Charlin for having us here today. So good afternoon. I'm Georgia Petropoulos. I'm here speaking on behalf of, sorry, apparently it's not letting me put on my video. So I'm Georgia Petropoulos, and I'm the CEO of the Oakland Business Improvement District. And we are here today in full support of this amendment to the code, and to follow up with the comments that you just heard from our partners at the Oakland Planning and Development Corporation. We also are excited about this change as it continues to meet the goals of our community, and in particular of the Oakland Plan. One of the major goals was not only to expand housing options and opportunities for all of the region and for our employees and existing and future residents and students, but more importantly, affordable housing. So that is a big piece of what we see an opportunity here for, and we're in full support, and we thank that. I also want to reiterate to the team, and thanks to Councilperson Charlin for working with our stakeholders to introduce this adjustment. We understand there's always been a public process. I know I presented in front of Planning Commission as part of the hearing for comment. I know there's been in the past registered as a registered community organization, which OBID is. We also organize stakeholders. So the process has been open. Feedback has been collected, and we appreciate the help and getting us to the point today. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That exhausts our list of registered speakers. Is there anyone else in chambers wishing to speak? Please come forward at this time. Give us your name, neighborhood for the record.
Thank you very much. My name is Ryan Woodis. I'm an attorney with the law firm of Goldberg, Kamen, and Garvin. I'll be very brief. I'm here on behalf of the property owners that are the subject of this rezone, and we just wanted to thank council for their time and consideration of this application and of this rezoning. And also would like to thank Councilman Charlin for spearheading this process and moving it through Planning Commission, and again for council's approval. Happy to address any questions, but appreciate the time today.
Thank you. Are there any further speakers wishing to speak? Any further speakers? If not, Councilman Charlin, is there anything you would like to add?
Just that, I want to thank planning, both the planning leadership and planning staff, for working with us on this change and bringing the Oakland plan forward here. I also want to reiterate my commitment that I have made with OPDC and other community partners here for more wholesome discussion around other zoning changes that we would like to see to adjust the Oakland plan as well. And want to commit publicly, as I did in the Planning Commission meeting, that we will continue that process, and we will continue to work with OBID, Innovation District, and OBDC to make sure that we get the best possible outcome here. I want to thank my colleagues who also represent Oakland for their help as well. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there any other member wishing to add anything? Councilwoman Strasburger.
Thank you, Mr. President. I just wanted to thank all the speakers, of course, who have put in, well, as we know, countless hours on the development of the Oakland plan itself, and then to spend additional hours on what I would consider an evolution of the plan. As we know, plans don't stay static forever. And so congratulations on this, next step moving forward to Councilman Charlin, who really, was contending with this pretty early on in his tenure on council, even though he was on staff leading up to this. To be hit with a request for rezoning upon taking office is quite a bit. So well done in working with the community and stakeholders and all partners to get to this point. And of course, thanks to our planning department, our planners, for facilitating all the meetings as well.
Thank you. Anything else from members? If not, I believe we've exhausted the business of this public hearing, and this meeting is adjourned.